Hi, I'm Annie Lichny, and I'm so happy to be here to practice some meditation and mindfulness techniques today. Today, we are going to practice with stress. Stress, we all feel stress. We also really overthink stress a lot. So most of our stress is up here. And then what happens is when we have all of these different things happening in our life, and plumbing issues, car issues, job issues, friend issues, family issues, all these different things roll up, and we're ruminating in our head and overthinking about them. That sends signals down into our body that there might be some kind of threat. We might be needing survival mode, which means we move out of balance, rest, peaceful, well-being state. The rest and digest state is what it's technically called within the parasympathetic nervous system. So when we're in the stress state, the stress response of there's something wrong, we usually think about it a lot, and then we start to feel restless, uneasy, uncomfortable in our skin. We feel a little claustrophobic. That's the stress response. That's what we're going to work with today. And so one of the most effective and simple ways to work with the stress response when we start to really feel this agitation and feel uncomfortable is breathing. Breathing is the magic cure. It really, really is. So we're going to work with breath, and we're going to do a few exercises that are simple exercises, but not always easy. Sometimes it's hard to find the right rhythm. So I encourage you to follow your own body, telling you what's comfortable when we go through these exercises. So if my count is slightly off number-wise for inhaling and exhaling and holding, I need you to use your best judgment for yourself and follow what you know is best for you. We're going to spend just a few minutes kind of opening up the rib cage area, doing this running man here. And we're going to just do this just a little bit, because one of the things that happens when we get into this stress mode is that everything gets very tense and tight, which I've talked about a lot and we work with a lot. But when we start to move back and forth like this, with really working the rib cage here, we're starting to open up the muscles that can help the breath move in most efficiently and really help and benefit us. So we're doing this running man as we're sitting here, just to kind of get things moving and open and flexible within the diaphragm and within the rib cage. So we're going to spend our time today really focused on feeling the sensations in the belly, the soft belly, and in the rib cage area in the front and the back rib cage area in our front and our back. And so if you've been doing this with me, hooray. If you've decided you're not going to do that motion, then we're just about done here. Just opening up and making things more flexible in the muscles here along the rib cage, and just getting the diaphragm ready to really work for our best benefit. So we'll take our hands and place them comfortably on our lap. We're doing 2 breathing techniques, and I'll guide you to start, and then I'll allow you to find your own rhythm and pacing for both of the different exercises that we do. Again, one of the most important things is, as we sit and get comfortable here, start to feel in the body, even as we just did that running man, loosening up, opening up the rib cage, moving side to side, feeling how that part of the torso, the rib cage, feels. We can close our eyes down. That really can help us to start to get a sense of the sensations in our rib cage, in our diaphragm, feeling everything within this middle part of our torso, and feeling our sit bones here as we get started, feeling our legs and our feet grounding us here. Everything is very stable here. Our lower part of our body is usually connected in one way or another, our feet or our seat, to the earth below. It's a very grounding, stable part of our body, rooting us to the earth. We can just kind of get a sense of that now, that everything is okay. Even if we have a lot of different things going on in our life, pulling us into thinking and worrying, for right now we're just grateful that we can be here and be okay, taking care of our bodies, our minds, our emotions, staying very stable, finding peace. So we're going to start with the breathing technique. We're going to breathe in and out through the nose. Everything today is through the nose for a count of 4. And I want all of the focus, this mind's ability to focus, all of the focus to be on the breath moving into the belly in our mind's eye. So we could imagine that the breath is coming in and out of the belly, and it really helps to engage the full lung when we do this. And then to add to this, we're going to also pay attention and really focus on the lower belly, the belly button moving in and out on the inhale and the exhale. And then we're also going to focus on the diaphragm, expanding the rib cage in the front and the back, really taking everything in on the inhale and then releasing with some relaxation on the exhale, and as the rib cage contracts on the exhale. So we'll start. Inhale for a count of 4. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. I'll do one more. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. Continue with your own rhythm, a slow, deliberate pace. Feeling the diaphragm, feeling the belly. If you get lost in your thoughts, that's okay. Come back to the feeling of the diaphragm expanding, the belly moving out on the inhale, and everything compressing on the exhale. Find your own rhythm. If it's not 4, if it's 3, that's fine. Keep it even on the inhale and the exhale, and go as slow as you can. If you've gotten comfortable with this rhythm of 4 and you want to expand to a count of 5, try that. In and out of the nose. notice if you've gotten caught in thoughts within that silence, and if the breath has shortened, if it's also been pulled into the thinking mind. That happens, and it can shorten our breath when our attention is taken from it. So bring our attention back into the body to help keep the breath long, calm on the inhale and the exhale. So on the bottom of the next exhale, we can let go of controlling the breath the way we were just controlling the breath, and allow the breath to breathe itself, where now our focus is just following the breath coming in and out. Noticing if the breath feels soft, velvety, if it feels jagged or rough at all. Notice if that was hard to slow things down. Sometimes it feels hard. Even though it's a simple exercise, it's not always easy. Our bodies are so restless. Sometimes the breath even has a hard time slowing it down right away. When we start to notice in our day that we're caught in thoughts and we're starting to feel that stress response, that restless, uneasy feeling just below the surface, go back to the body. Just always go back to the body and come back to our ability to direct our breath in a slow, intentional way. It will bring our body into a calm place, and this will alert the brain through the nervous system that everything is okay. There is no threat. We are not in survival, and your body will naturally come into a parasympathetic state. And that is the best for our well-being, for our overall health, for our heart, for our digestion, for our immune system, is to be in a calmer state. And we can use our breath to do this, to help us. So continue breathing through the nose. And we're going to, when we find that we're really feeling anxious, overwhelmed, we can't sleep, we're just up worried in the middle of the night, we can elongate the exhale and really pay attention to the felt sense within the body. Really feeling the diaphragm expanding and flattening down on the inhale and exhale. Feeling the belly moving out and then flattening back down. Really focus on these two areas of the body as we breathe. And this will help just to calm things down. So we'll give this a try. So we'll breathe in for a count of 4. We'll pause at the top and the bottom of the breath. But we'll exhale for about a count of 6. And again, if this is a challenge, this length of time, this extended length of time, then modify the time as your body is telling you you need to. Don't push it. Do the best you can. So we'll inhale for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top. And then exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause and hold at the bottom. We'll start this pattern and so it gets comfortable for you. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, hold the breath at the top. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the bottom. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath at the bottom. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Continue with your own rhythm, counting for yourself if this helps to stay present. Really feeling the open rib cage, good posture. On the inhale, expanding the rib cage. And then releasing and contracting throughout the rib cage, throughout the belly on the exhale. Really feel these sensations. That's so important. If you get lost in thoughts, that's okay. Just come back. Always come back to the body. Take one more breath in and out. And then we'll do a few together. I'm going to add a little bit more of an extended exhale on the bottom here. So we'll inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And press any remaining air out. Press one more little bit out. Anything that's willing to come out. Release it all. And then we'll inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Press. Keep pressing, flattening everything out in the belly, pressing the diaphragm, getting rid of any stale air, everything out. Inhale one last time, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Compress, release. Everything, any bit of stale air, we release it, letting it come out of our bodies through our nose, and then just letting the air come in on its own on the inhale. It will just fill back up on its own, and now we can go back to watching the breath instead of controlling the breath. Checking in with your posture. Feeling how the body feels. Noticing if there's been any change emotionally, physically, that restless feeling, has it changed at all? Do we feel softer, more open at all in the body? Not quite so clenched and raw or uneasy? And can we notice if our thoughts have started to calm down on their own? We can't really force it, but when we start to calm the body down in this way, typically the mind also starts to slow, which is a wonderful thing. So we can't always control our thinking mind. And sometimes it feels like it's really spinning and the volume is on high. And if we get to that place, we can always come back to the body. Remember, just come back to the body, feeling the breath, and using these two extremely powerful and beneficial techniques. The first technique is through the nose, in and out. I encourage you also just during the day, all day, as much as you can, breathing in and out of the nose. This is very calming and has so many benefits. And maintaining a slow, steady breath, inhale and exhale. And then when we're really feeling anxious and overwhelmed, extending the exhale, finding that rhythm, and then really, really encouraging a deep, deep release on the exhale. This is very calming within the body, and it stabilizes everything within. And it sends signals to the brain that there is no threat. We don't need to be in survival mode. Everything is okay. So use these two breathing techniques anytime you need for a few minutes, and your body will be healthier, happier, more at peace, more calm, and fully balanced. It's a gift to be here. Thank you so much for your time. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day.